Hey everyone, so this is the second part of the Q&A that I started yesterday, and I should be able to finish all the questions within this session. So yeah, I'll go right to it. What electives did you take? So in my first semester, first year, I took a language course as an elective because that meets the breadth requirement. Although for it to be a breadth requirement, it has to be a full year equivalent, which means that I took 0.5 credits out of the one full credit. So I'll probably compensate for that next year. And then for the second semester, I took the course GGR 124, which stands for Cities and Urban Life. So that's a geography course. I personally didn't really enjoy it. It's more about the class material itself that didn't really appeal to me. But the prof was amazing. So yeah, those were my electives. The next one is, what is the course load like? So for me, on average, I would have around 17 hours of classes a week. So that includes both class content and tutorials, which honestly isn't that much. You'll realize that in university, you barely spend any time in class, but that obviously means you have to spend more time actually studying at home. So yeah, it's a relatively easy course load. Then on top of that, I had Fridays off, so I had no classes on Friday. And for me personally, that was useful, which meant that I had a 3-day weekend, so I could spend more time studying over the weekend and have a more busy, usually Monday and Tuesday. I thought it was a good balance for me. Obviously, it depends on what works best for you, but I recommend doing it. What club should I join? So like I mentioned in, I think, one of the previous videos, I was a first year intern for the Rotman Commerce Consulting Association, also known as RCCA. So that's the one I joined, and that's because I enjoy consulting. But there's not a right or wrong club for you to join. It just depends on what interests you and which club you really resonate to, whether it's the people, the field itself. So there's a lot of opportunities. Honestly, just go to the website, see the descriptions, and pick a club that you think matches your own skill set and what you really value. So yeah, that's what I recommend. To add on to that, don't limit yourself to applying to a single club. They tend to be quite competitive, so I would say apply to 2 or 3, and then whichever one you get accepted to, go for it. Can I join multiple clubs? The answer is no. Unfortunately, you can't. In first year, you're limited to being an intern to a single club. However, following first year, you can be in more than one. You can be a manager for a club and then a committee member. But yeah, for first year, you're limited to a single club. What is credit, no credit? So credit, no credit is kind of an extension or a feature you can apply to your courses, which means that instead of you getting a grade in the course, it's a pass-fail. So if you get above a 50, you get the credit. If it's below a 50, you don't get a credit. In other words, you fail. So you have a limit of 2.0 credit, no credit to put over the 4 years. So in a course that you're doing poorly at, there's a deadline to which you can decide whether or not you want to credit, no credit, so that it doesn't impact your GPA. So it's a win situation if you're not doing very well in a course. Just remember that for Rotman, there are specific grades you need to meet for you to get to second year, known as the grade requirements. So like a 63 in econ, there's one for management, I believe a 67, then also in math. So as long as you have that grade, you can credit it. This semester we actually have unlimited credit, no credits because of the pandemic, but that won't impact the incoming class unless there's any changes to the regulations imposed by U of T. But yeah, it depends. It's an ongoing situation, so we'll see if there's any changes to the credit, no credits policy. Are there any other resources that I should connect to before joining Rotman? Yeah, for sure. So if you're already on the Facebook 2024 chat, you'll be able to see a few student ambassadors at Rotman who should help you out with the transition. On YouTube here, there's Richard, a big shout out to him. He's in my grade, and he's been posting for a while about U of T and Rotman Commerce. I'll link his channel down below, but he's very useful. He gives a lot of advice, talks about his experience as well. So yeah, I would definitely recommend you checking him out. So that concludes the Q&A. I don't think I'll be doing a part 3 because these were all the questions I got asked, but if you have any more, feel free to send them, and I'll possibly address them in the future. If not, thank you so much. I hope this video was useful. And yeah, see you guys soon.